Perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports, the Houston, Texas Homer Network means we're talking all sports, but only H-Town, only Houston. The freshest flavor in H-Town sports talks, man. I am your host, Ed Honcho. Man, we're going to get into some Rockets talk tonight. Rockets taking on the Thunder. Games, why the fuck are we playing Game 7, right? Game 7 of the 2020 Western Conference Playoffs, first round matchup between these people, right? Wow, that's interesting. So before we get into it, let's get a super saucy Sauce Nation roll call. Wherever you may be in the world, shout out your side with pride. Let me know where you're at, and send a little bit of super saucy love your way. And let's get into it, man. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Make sure that you got your mark my motherfucking words and your score predictions ready towards the end of the stream. We're going to get into that. Depending on what we cover, may take a quick phone call or two. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. But, man, let's see what we got in the mix and let's talk about it. Because this is a huge game, right? If you're a Rockets fan, this is a fucking huge game. And so we got a lot to talk about. In more so than probably any other pregame Rocket stream we've ever had. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? Mike Honcho, what's the motherfucking deal? Aaron Hennigan Sr., what's the motherfucking deal? Houston Texan Talk, Asmel, what's the motherfucking deal? Jabari, Dylan, Terrell, Hezzy, 335, what's the motherfucking deal? Dalton, Jared Key, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see, yes, Tribal, September 26th, Bonham Park, 3 p.m. Be there, be square. A couple of your friends from the Roundtable will be there, and I believe a couple of other YouTubers who cover local content will also be in the mix. I don't want to assume, but I think some people have said so, but I don't want to speak for anybody. So, find out by showing up and getting your ass beat in some tri-ball. How about that? Yeah, I'm ready. Not really. But anyway, K2K, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Beyond the funny, Wigga, how are you doing this evening, sir? Let me see. Michael 909, Bad Bot, what's the motherfucking deal? DeAndre, what's the motherfucking deal? Buck McCaffrey, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, I don't know who's going. I mean, like I said, I would love for everybody to show up. I think it'd be a pretty cool deal. Like, everybody should show up, wear your favorite mask. Bring pizza. Bring some sleeping bags. We'll turn it into a sleepover. We'll have a good old time. That's probably illegal. I don't think we can do that in the park. But anyway, let's talk about it, man. Shout out to Jared Key. And shout out, the picture's not up here, but I'm going to say shout out to Aether Art for the Deshaun Watson Texan schedule. I think, what's today, Wednesday? I don't even know what day it is. Probably put those up maybe like Friday where everybody can get them. If you are, like I said, a channel member or a Patreon, acting up. All right, there we go. Like I said, I've got Like I said, I don't know. It's always some shit internet issues anyway. So I may have to change some things up with whatever's going on. But anyway, man, the Rockets game 7. Okay, so this shouldn't be a thing. This is why this is happening. Why I'm even talking about this game. I don't know. This moment in history shouldn't even fucking exist. Like, there were ample opportunities. There hasn't been a game where OKC was just hands down just smashed them. I won't say outclassed them because there are games they outplayed them. The games they won, of course, they've outplayed them. Because let's be honest, the Rockets are more talented by far. It's like a situation of either playing down to the caliber of the team. I don't know what's up with trying to let Russ get unrusty. That hasn't looked well, and I got my feelings on that. Let's kind of focus on that real quick. We haven't had a lot of Rockets coverage. We've been falling off a little bit on the Rockets coverage. But there's one thing you guys know about me, and if you've been fucking with Saw Sports and you actually come to the Rocket stream, the Rocket stream don't get a whole lot of love, but it is good, when they do get some love. Y'all know one thing about me. It's difficult for me to change my opinion, right? It doesn't matter if it's beneficial or negative to the team. So when Russell Westbrook became a Rocket, a lot of people were really excited about it. A lot of people were like, oh yeah, it's going down. Russell's here. Notably, one individual never, even to this point, was like, yeah, that was the move to make. Oh, I'm excited about that. Now, this individual has commended him on having a couple of good games. But let's be honest, right? Shout out to the North Side. I already live with Jay. Let's be honest, dog. I know he's a Rocket. I know y'all don't want to hear this. But, Russ has to be the most historically ass MVP of all time. Statistically. You know what I mean? And that's always been my thing. If y'all notice, you can go back a while back when I said, Russ was the worst MVP ever when he won it that year, that James should have won it. The triple-double thing. But Russ is very inefficient and always has been. You know what I mean? But he does things that are exciting, and people fall in love with that because he will, he will generate a highlight or two, every game or so. And you like that. That's why people think Giannis is so great. Because it's, a bunch of dunking, flat, aggressive play, But the skill set really isn't there. It's a lot of flash in the pan stuff. And I like Russell, right? I know though. But, it's like, this is what I feared. What happened last game, especially late in the game, right? This is what I feared. I don't know why James Harden didn't want the ball. I'm not going to speculate for or against him. You know what I mean? But if he's 100% good to go, if he's on that court, when it comes down to it, James Harden needs to have the fucking ball in his hands. And he hasn't been, I forgot what the stat was, 24% from three or something like that in the fourth quarter when it's clutch. Some crazy, fucking super animal. Stat sexuals, they come up with these fucking statistics that are just ridiculous. How do you have to go in with it? I wonder, in the last 34 seconds of games on the West Coast played after 9 p.m. How many times does James Harden tie his shoe before drinking water? It's like a weird shit. You know what I'm saying? They just come up with some shit that really doesn't matter. They just make shit up. But again, they're there's a semblance of something there, right? But the narrative can change at any time. And we're segueing into talking about James Harden and James Harden's narrative because that's what this is all about. This is what this is all about. David, what's the motherfucking deal, man? This game could ruin James Harden's legacy. It could ruin everything the Rockets have put together right now. Like this run that they've had since Harden has been here, it could be over, right? Because Harden himself, I don't want to say Harden has like the Deshaun factor. I don't want to say that because Deshaun Watson is still clutch late in games, right? He does all the great stuff, but he's clutch late in games. But his team fails him. But basketball is a kind of a different sport, right? You know, you play a lot of games. You're gonna have them off nights, and you just have more opportunities to be out of there. But it's a similar situation. It's like, who else can come through? And we bought into the hype of Russ being an MVP and all. Oh, yeah, he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be the other piece. You know, they shitted on CP3 and Harden, and it worked. You know, Russ can make it work too. Well, Russ and CP3 are not the same guy. We've seen that, obviously, right? But this is not about either one of these guys. Honestly, in this whole conversation, Russ is like irrelevant. Like he has no purpose in this whole conversation. Like Russell, if he's not even on the court tonight, it doesn't matter. Because this is about James Harden. And who is he? But the thing is, what is it? The risk reward factor. It's low. It's high risk, very low reward because you shouldn't have been in this position in the first place, right? And if the Rockets get knocked out of the first round by a less talented Oklahoma Thunder team who probably shouldn't have been there, who probably had been a full NBA season, maybe we're having a different conversation. You have a guy who was just on your team and he comes and he has this resurgence, right? And you just all of a sudden, you know, this happens, but it would be, it's an upset. And what do you do then? D'Antoni's out of here. Who do you bring in? I've heard the rumors of Ty Lue and all that. I don't want fucking Ty Lue. I'm not interested in fucking Ty Lue. I don't know about D'Antoni either, though. Like, I know everybody maybe was looking forward to the Lakers and just counting it out, but how big of a fucking embarrassment is this if the Rockets don't even get to see the Lakers? Now, let's talk about some conspiracy theories that have been thrown out there. And I have my theories, and then there are these alternate theories. And it was funny because I was in Discord talking about something earlier, and I saw somebody on Twitter post like the exact same thing around the exact same time. But, okay, my theory is this, right? OKC Lakers is unwatchable, right? It's a terrible fucking series. Nobody wants to watch that. Lakers are going to run through them. It's going to be a wrap. What if this season becomes the fucking legacy of Chris? What if Chris Paul beats the Rockets, fucking beats the Lakers? Like, what if this is the year Chris Paul wins it all? Like, how fucked up would that be? Right? Like, that's almost worse than, that would probably be worse than the Jacoby Jones thing, right? Because, you know, Chris Paul, we had the chance against the squad and fucking your raggedy ass little fucking hamstring fucking dissolves. But anyway, but if the Rockets lose this game, everything's gonna get blown up. But my thing is like, but you want to put a better series out, right? So you got Scott Foster. We all know the legend of Scott Foster in the Rockets, and that's a weird thing too because he kind of has that legacy with the Rockets, but he also has that with Chris Paul, even predating the Rockets. And I think his streak with Chris Paul's with the last 9 games he's reffed for him in the playoffs, all losses. I think the Rockets' last 7 have been losses. So, you know, fuck Foster, there's that. But, like, this team may get dismantled after this. I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. But I think the Rockets, I'm going to tell y'all ahead of time. I think the Rockets are going to blow them out. I'm saying all this, but let's be real. But, again, like I say, so my theory is that you can't put this Oklahoma City Thunder team up against the Lakers. It's unwatchable. Nobody cares. Like, you miss out on that revenue. But the alternate theory is that people are saying, well, the Rockets have been banned in China because of the comments Maury made. They're still banned in China. And so you don't get that viewership from fucking China if the Rockets play, right? Like, will the Chinese bend on that? I don't think so. Hey, look, they're pretty staunch, right? I don't want to talk about fucking Eric Gordon. But before this stream is over, I'm gonna fucking talk about Eric Gordon. Okay, just believe it, right? And so, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The theories, right? Like, and so, what is gonna happen? Like, because I think it could go either way. I think you get less American viewership, maybe if the Thunder advance. Maybe you get less foreign viewership if they can't watch it, right? China can't watch it. Everybody else can. China can't. They got VPNs and shit. They know how to work that shit. They're very smart in China. They motherfuckers watch everything. They ain't gonna miss a game. They know what's going down. But like I said, I think the two biggest things on this game, a game 7 in the first round, again, with the Rockets should not be in this. That's why I'm like, I'm embarrassed. They have to be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to be talking about it. But I feel like they know what's up. James punched the hand sanitizer a couple of games ago. I don't know what he dropped after this game. I know PJ Tucker's been getting jumped on the court, and but the day after that loss, yesterday. So he said that he's ready. They're ready to play. They're ready to play right now, and so that's the mentality. Like I want to hear. Like they know they fucked up. They know they lost that shit. Like it's on them. They have to bounce back and get this fucking win because if not, again, like everything you love about the Rockets right now is dismantled. Like I don't know if do you keep going with the James Harden thing? I mean, I think you got Russ and James until what, like 2022, and I think they got player options. So I don't know. It's what's going on? Do you keep Morey? Like, what do you do? Like, to me, it's crazy, right? But it should not happen. The Rockets put themselves in this position, even though there were a couple of games. I want to say it was game 4 with some real questionable calling. I think it was game 4. It was a couple of games with some questionable calling. But again, like I said, you're still able to find success. Games are too close. Like they've been in your hands every time. There's no excuse for the Rockets to be in a situation like this against OKC. Period. D'Antoni's got to figure it out. He's got to figure it the fuck out. Like there's no excuse for him either. Well, let's talk about two things. Two terribly, incredibly bad things. And then we're going to get some mark my motherfucking words, and we're going to get some score predictions in. What happened to Eric Gordon? Like, what is going on with Eric? Eric used to be that guy. Like, there was a point where people were concerned Gordon could possibly leave, and maybe he might try to have a chance to be a star on his own team. He was playing like that at one point. Then all of a sudden, this guy showed up. Like they sent in a clone or some shit. Like I don't know what's going on, right? And I tried my damnedest to like, okay, I can Eric Gordon, he's just got to get back in his groove. Because when he's on, he's on. But he ain't been on. And I found out, I was like, Eric Gordon got what? He just got an extension, didn't he? They is it the money? did he get the money and lose his shot? I don't want to say Eric Gordon has to be an X factor in this here. He shouldn't. Like, it should be to the point the Rockets should be good enough, led by James Harden, to handle OKC. Now, the reason there's a couple of things that are going on that makes this series really unique, and we have to acknowledge this, right? The ties that the Thunder have to James Harden, and that being Dort and fucking, Chris Paul. Chris Paul, basketball IQ off the charts, just came from the system. He understands. He knows what the fuck is going on. He gets it. So he knows everything that's going to happen before it happens, right? So Chris Paul has an advantage. Dort, familiar with Harden, has played against him at not like collegiately, like actually played against each other, but Harden has gone up to ASU, they were saying, and actually practiced up there, and so Dort's had a chance to see him up close prior to this, right? Maybe those little experiences helped him out. I'm saying all of this to say that none of this shit fucking matters, right? Russell Westbrook can go out here and be ass. Eric Gordon can go out here and be ass. James Harden can go out here and drop a 50-point triple-double. None of that shit fucking matters if they don't win this fucking game. I truly believe if the Rockets do not get out of the first, if they fucking pull a Texans on us, dog, I think they're going to be dismantled. I think, I don't know. I don't know if Maury 6 round. I don't know. Real quick poll, then we'll get some mark my motherfucking words and we'll get some score predictions in. Quick poll, 0 for no, 1 for yes. And again, I'm saying all of this believing that the Rockets are going to win this game. But there's a possibility. We've talked about the Foster factor, and the way things are going. James Harden has to come into this game and take over. Like, this has to be a game where I don't know if he's getting tired late in games or what. Like, fuck defense. I want the old James Harden score a lot of buckets, carry the team on your fucking back, fucking pull something out of your fucking beard, bro. I don't know what the fuck you got to do. Like, I know Russ is your homeboy, but he ain't it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Luke? Has Luke seen any action in the playoffs? Has D'Antoni dare go that deep into the bench? You know what I'm saying? Down South Sports, what's the motherfucking deal? Mega, yeah. What's the motherfucking deal? He's been injured. But that's my thing. It's like, and I know Gordon had his issues, though. But it's like, come on, man. At what point do you have to say, yeah, you go with House? Like, or something like, go with the House, though. House! I want to say it was game 5, dog. House was doing some crazy shit. Like, I don't know if his shoelaces weren't tied or whatever. He seemed like he was falling all over the place. Every time he got the ball in his fucking hands, he was falling all over the place. Like, Fournette going to the Bucks. Oh, okay. Trayvon was a motherfucking deal. That's interesting. That's fucking very interesting. Yeah, like, he got to get it. Like, I hope over this little day break that they had, like, that he watched. I hope he watched it. I hope he watched Kobe Bryant's Muse and maybe got motivated, got inspired, like something. You know what I'm saying? Like, something's got to shake. Like, James Harden has to make a statement. It's like, and honestly, like, even winning this game, people are going to question it. They're going to doubt it. Like, I think James Harden has to have a statement game. And if it's close, down to the wire, he has to have the ball in his hands. He has to take the last shot if that's what it's got to be. Like, live by it, die by it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is all on him. This is all his legacy on him. But I said, quick poll. 0 for no, 1 for yes. Yeah, I do the fucked up polls. If the Rockets lose, do you think that they're going to be dismantled? If the Rockets lose, do you think that they're going to blow up the ship? Let me know your thoughts on that. And again, my favorite part of pre-game streams, no matter what sport it may be, hashtag MMMFW. Mark my motherfucking words. That may be vulgar for some, so that's why we use the hashtag. We don't spell it all the way out. But you know what it is. That means make a bold prediction. I mean, you got to go out on a limb. I mean, something that is not your nightly stat line. You got to go out and make a bold statement on tonight's game. So I want to know. Drop those in the chat. Make sure you put a hashtag MMMFW in front of your bold prediction. It makes it a little bit easier for me to see, so that I know what, like, if you're referring to that as opposed to if you're talking about something else, right? Mark my motherfucking words. No, let me not say that. I'll be back on vacation. Mark my motherfucking words, bro, is like I don't even feel confident. Like I was gonna go out on a super limb with some Eric Gordon shit. I can't even do it. I'd rather say fucking Tyson Chandler in a 50-point game. I don't know who I feel confident to talk about other than James right now, because I like, and I know people say, oh, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. I mean, he's the only hope that he's the only thing that's looked like anything on the Rockets this series consistently. So James Harden knows it's win or go home tonight. So mark my motherfucking words, is going to be a stat line. James Harden dropping 43 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. In a win, which I will go ahead and tie into my score prediction, and then I'll read some of y'all's mark my motherfucking words. In a win over OKC by a score of 118 to 102. Mark my motherfucking words. Let's see what y'all talking about here in the chat before we get into this game, man. And yeah, we will be in the den. I know for those of you, but I'm gonna be side-eyeing the game somehow, some way. So like I say, a lot of folks saying that they feel like it's gonna blow up. Okay. Travion says it's gonna stay the same. Jay says stay the same. Okay. Look, just because sorry ass Mavericks, don't wish bad juju on us, Ja. You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta hate on us, player? You know what I'm saying? Go figure out what y'all gonna do up there in Dallas, Mavericks. But that's what I've been saying about Russ. Like, I'm sure he's a cool guy. I'm sure he's a nifty buddy. He ain't in on the basketball court. It's like the Flash and all that shit. Maybe people buying into that. Like, I've never been a Russ fan. Like I said, he went to train. I was like, it was terrible. Like, I've never been a Russ fan. Like, I don't like his game. I don't. It's super inefficient. It's not that he's not. Again, he's interesting to watch, but he's super inefficient, and he just. It's like something turns on and it don't fucking turn off. It's like he go crazy with the fucking basketball. Oh shit. Anyway. Let me go on overtime. It's about time to get ready for that. I know we got maybe like a minute or so. Let me see. Mark my motherfucking word. Ben McLemore played more than 4 minutes. Jeff Green will drop at least 25 points. Harden game winner from half court. Good lord. Russ is going to drop 30-point triple-double. Harden's going to have 30 points and 10 assists. Already mark my fucking words. Harden rocked about 20. Harden triple-double. Okay. Harden will have 50 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds already. Russ going to have 20. Harden going to have 32, but y'all going to lose because inside perimeter defense. Oh, it's so sad. Don't make me sad. OKC will lead the first half. Thought to completely annihilate the Rockets 125 and 100 route. Westbrook, that was terrible. I was going to say something, but no, I'm not going to say it. EG game winner. Wow. Already. PJ Tucker, if the Rockets losing this series over, PJ Tucker needs to go ahead and just box. They can go ahead and catch a square with Schroeder. Like, fuck what he talking about. That man been on some whole shit. Already. So, here's the deal. It's about that time. I'm going to be ready to slide about it, man. I appreciate y'all following through. We'll have regular sauce tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time. Lots to talk about. So, but with that being said, make sure you're following all the proper social media, Sauce Sports HTX on Instagram, Twitter, Sauce Sports Facebook group. Join the Sauce Sports Patreon, patreon.com/Sauce Sports. You want to become a member of the Discord and join us, watching live games and things, especially during the NFL season coming up this like a week. So make sure you're a part of that. With that being said, Chuck and Dude, Sauce Nation, y'all are the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. Let's go Rockets, Red Nation, one mission. We got to get this, man. There's no way. We cannot afford to lose. If so, I'm going to cry a little bit. You're going to see just like a single thug tear. But I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. With that being said, I'm out. I think there's a fucking little, there we go. Bye.
Perfect.
Won't be no post game. I will be in the den probably during post game time. But with that being said, I'm going out.